Let's take it up a notch. Millionaires are made during recessions, and that could be changed to trillionaires in the next decade. Suppose we direct our advertisement towards distressed sellers. If you were around in 2008, doesn't it kind of feel like 2007? Things slowing down. We are moving, but a bit sluggish. I believe the market right now is under pressure, with rising debt levels, high interest rates, stagnant sales, and in some areas declining values. When the market is under pressure, acres of diamonds are there for discovery for our real estate fund. Absolutely nothing to fear if you have this set up. The most spectacular deals that you can ever imagine are made. During turmoil, the market is under pressure. You can get spectacular deals for the real estate fund. I'll give you an example. Let's just say we cater to distressed homeowners, and we're genuinely trying to provide a service for this individual. Our agents are generally trying to provide a service to the person. Most of the time, people in distress are targeted by investors, and they make the owners feel as if they are being preyed upon. All they want to do is buy their house. They're not trying to help them out where our agents come with the approach that they are generally trying to provide a solution. They don't directly represent the fund. The fund may come off as a vulture if they engage them directly. ROI Home Services acts as a firewall between both entities. This person is just trying to help them. Sometimes it's impossible to get an audience with this person if we were not generally trying to do something to help them. We're client-centric. We're trying to figure out the best thing for the client. So, if the client gets ahead by us working out a solution, then great. We'll take our fee and continue. But I'm going to say that probably 50 to 70% of the people who are in a distress situation, the only solution is to sell the property. If they need liquidity, the best thing that you can do at that point is to immediately have a cash buyer in the wings. With the fund and operating company working together, the representatives will always have access to liquidity. So let's give an example. So let's say we go out and determine that the house is worth $500,000, as is right now. They have a first mortgage of $300,000, a second mortgage of $200,000, and let's say they have liens and encumbrances of $200,000. Maybe they have some code enforcement liens, or maybe they have judgments against them. Sometimes you have to work out a mess when you're dealing with people who are in distress. So the home cannot be sold for $500,000 because the encumbrances are more than the market value. The best thing to do in this situation is to get an immediate cash offer and negotiate down the liens. Domus could provide an immediate offer for, let's say, $400,000. Our legal, title, and project management team work immediately to start negotiating down the debt. Let's say that the second mortgage could be negotiated down to $70,000. This is a possibility if they are not aggressively defending their position during the foreclosure. They may calculate that taking $70,000 would be better than paying off the first mortgage and taking on the responsibility of the home, which may be in worse shape, say a year later, after the owner leaves the property and possibly sitting empty for months. The other encumbrances can generally be released for pennies on the dollar. It is very possible that the property could be negotiated down to $400,000, including settlement costs and fees to ROI Home Services. Domus could renovate the home for, let's say, $100,000, and after repair the value of $700,000. Domus could complete the renovation or tap into the RE investment community and sell the property for its as-is value of $500,000 for an immediate 25% return in days. Wholesaling kicks up returns exponentially. This kind of deal could not be done without the synergy between the two companies that would not be available any other way. Now you might ask, if this is such a great model, why aren't you doing this currently? Why are you only doing appraisals and inspections? The answer is that working capital is needed to get these types of transactions. You need some capital that backstops ROI Home Services because some of the best deals in the world take time. You have to be able to create a pipeline of deals. It could take 3 to 6 months to work out and unravel the mess the owner has made. ROI Home Services needs a cash buyer and working capital. The two working together can navigate almost any economic environment. During a downturn, the operating company can be directed to harvest deals for the fund at rock-bottom prices. Other completely operational companies may be forced to lay off key workers, while this synergy keeps core employees intact and may even add talented workers to help in the grind to discover discounted assets. As I said, it feels like 2007. The fund could be positioned to acquire incredible deals during a time of turmoil. During a more balanced market, the fund will have a balance of deals that are reasonable, and the operating company will have a steady flow of income coming in from general sales to the market. Once the market heats up, the fund can capitalize by selling previously purchased assets at a premium and regain its dry powder for the next downturn. The operating company, now being higher in demand, will operate at peak revenue and profitability, further positioning itself to be able to prosper during the downturn and repeat. My goal is to have a floor and maintain an operating strategy that first and foremost preserves capital and second to position itself for large windfall profits. How do we get to the next level? How do we formulate the next trillion-dollar entity? 15 to 20% of the fund will be invested in artificial intelligence and blockchain technology to augment the standard operating procedures and move those services on the blockchain. These investments will have a dual purpose. One, it will internally help the operating company execute services for the fund faster and cheaper. Second, the investment will be used to build the Domus system that will be utilized in mobilizing $400 trillion in real estate capital worldwide. The reason I want to keep the tech investments at the 15 to 20% level is because, if you remember, each asset purchased will have a 10 to 20% margin of profit. So at the end of the fund, if there was no market adoption of the Domus technology, the fund could recover its initial investment within a year and still return principal and a profit.